Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explore right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on
Hello, 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 everyone. How we doing? Guys, I need this. This is like the highlight of my day. Get to come in here, play some video games, talk to you guys. I'm digging it. After a long day of work. It hits the spot. Rody Alley, how you doing? Lucky P. Lucky P, is that sarcasm? Or are you serious? It's not my usual chill music. It's a little bit up there. So I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not. Raphael, I would be happy to help you out. Be happy to help you out. Xenon, how you doing? How you doing? Julian, good evening. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Feeling good on a Monday's always a blessing. Yeah. Mondays can punch you in the face. This one didn't necessarily like punch me in the face. Man, my brain was just like not working today. But it wasn't too soul crushing. Nah, it wasn't too bad. Man, my brain just like it's just not in commercial mode anymore. Man, I had to come up with a video. We're promoting our weather team for the newscast, and man, I just could not come up with anything. My brain was just like gone. The whole day I was like, dude, I just want to write the script for Wednesday's video, and man, it was a struggle. But it's good. We get to come in here, play some video games. I'll be writing scripts after the stream, so it's all good. I got a little bit of writing done, but and when I say script, it's not like a full-on script, because it depends on the video. If I'm off camera, I'll write a script and actually read it, but if I'm on camera, it's more of like guidelines, just to make sure that I hit everything that I want to. Yupsy, it's your birthday? Happy birthday. How old did we turn? Or how young did we turn? That's the question, because we're always young. AR, no, how's it going? DJ Tenny, wait, DJ Tenny, you're back. Wait, are you Lucky P? Or are you just back today? Either way, hello. How's it going? Really enjoying the double reverse melt comp? It's pretty sweet. I like the team. It's not my favorite Ganyu team. And spoiler alert, you may have to wait a couple days to hear which one is. It may be in an upcoming video. You'll just have to wait and see, though. Don't have Jinyen yet, so it's more optimal than Razor Comp. You don't need Jinyen on the double melt comp. Zhongling is on the double melt comp. Jinyen isn't actually like Jinyen. So there was a little bit of confusion that I'm probably gonna address in a future video. I don't recommend Jinyen on a Ganyu team. If you're talking about the elemental gauge video, the reason that I had Jinyen on the team over Zhongling is because it's much easier to control Jinyen's application than Zhongling's. Guba isn't exactly the most accurate, so it was no way intended to be like, hey, use this team. It was just like literally just looking at the heroes. You need a visit to the Jade Chamber. Extensive resource can help in your quest for a script. Maybe if she has one, I'm all in for it. We'll see. Again, you helped you a lot. Hey, that's what we like to hear. That's the goal, you know. If you can look, not everything in my videos, like, you don't need to learn everything. What am I trying to say here? You don't need to learn everything in the video, but as long as you take away one thing that you learned, that's good enough for me. That's like little steps. That's all we need to do. So if you knew everything, but you learned one thing, it's a win in my book. We'll be wishing for Ayaka. I will be wishing for everybody as they come. I want to keep my roster complete. Yep, that's the goal. Is it worth... Terry, are you talking about the upcoming... what is it? How you get, like, the free 4-star? If you are... it kind of depends. I would ask you who else on that list you don't have first. If that is, in fact, what you're asking. The reason is just because overall... Jinyan, yeah. Okay, so, Terry, who else don't you have on that banner? Do you think C4 jungling? Well, I don't actually know what C4 gives you for jungling, but my guess is probably no. You don't have Ning and Jinyan? Okay, then I think you could probably safely go for Jinyan. Like, Ning is really good, but she's definitely limited on the teams you can put her in. Jinyan's kind of the same, and honestly, like Jinyan I put on a Razor team for a dual pilot resonance. The thing is, though, she's just like... she's not great. As soon as, like, a slightly better hero comes around, she's gone. She gives you overall a 30% physical damage boost, right? Because you're getting a 15% debuff whenever you hit enemies with a skill, but you're also getting a 15% boost from her shield. The thing is that it's just not that much. 15% isn't that much. And when you take into account that, like, so if you're using with Superconduct is going to take physical resistance to, well, it's going to be minus 40%, but as soon as you go under 0%, everything is halved. A lot of enemies have 10% physical resistance, so you're getting down to minus 15, and then that additional 15 is only giving you 7.5. Excuse me. So you're not actually getting the 15% physical reduction. You're actually getting 7.5, which is really not that great. So yeah, that's why, like, she's just, like, not super great. She gets better at C2 when you can guarantee critical hits on her burst, so you literally just build her for crit damage and go for big hits. But other than that, I'm just not crazy about her. She's a pretty cool carry, but as a support, she's just kind of like, eh. Guba is the reason Zhongli isn't top tier. Yeah, like, if you compare Zhongling to the other elements... So, like, if you compare it to Fischl, let's say Kaya, just because he's more or less, well, he's free to play, but compared to the others, like, Ganyu's better, but you know what I mean. So, comparing to Fischl, Kaya, Xingqiu, like, Zhongling is just not, she's not comparable there. She's a great carry, but, like, man, Guba just doesn't get there. So I can run her for double melt since I can't run. Yeah. If she's all you have, then go ahead and go for it. See those Stan Smiths? Yeah, there's two. And then if I turn this way, bang. What color is that? Oh, that's the green. So yeah, there's the green and blue on the ends. And then there's the red ones. I actually like the red ones. They don't say Stan Smith, they just say Smith. But those aren't the red ones that I actually wanted. The red ones that I actually wanted were, they had the similar back to these, and they're a brighter red. But I like the color red here. I just don't like the backs. And I don't really wear those very much anyway. I wear my my Nike Airs more. Well, especially in the winter. In the winter, just because they're like more like boots than those are, I wear Nike Airs, and then in the summer I wear Ultra Boost, which I actually just started to this year. In past years, those have been my go-tos. Plus, I have some New Republics back there. But man, white shoes are they're hard to keep clean. You from the US? Yep. Northeast. I'm from Maine. Basically Canada. Basically. All right. Let's jump in and start playing some Genshin. Been saving prepping for JazzE for months, but since Ganyu came out and seeing all gameplay, it's really tempting. See, I think the thing is, literally every hero. Hold up, we gotta adjust this volume because this is like blasting in my ears. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna turn it up for you guys here in a second. Oh, too loud. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. Don't hate me. It slipped. All right, we should be good. My bad. Oh boy. Yeah. See, it's like it's real tough because I'm pretty sure just like every hero that comes out is gonna be exactly like that. It's gonna be like, man, I don't know who to wish for, this one or the next one. I think it's just gonna happen every single banner. So you almost just like have to get used to it. Yeah, that's fine. That's actually what we're farming for today, Heroes Wits. So getting more of those is not a big problem. And then, oh wait, I think I'm actually out of crystals. Yeah, I'm out of crystals. I gotta farm. That's what I'm farming tonight later on. So, where is? There we go. We gotta get a whole bunch of XP. I'm actually out because I brought Ganyu up to level 90. I was hanging on to XP for Zhao, and then I made an impulse decision, brought Ganyu up to 90. Realized real quick after I did that man, 80 to 90 is just not worth it. But so it goes. So it goes. Is it possible to calculate the potential of a Razor with an R5 Skyward Pride? Yeah, I mean, the best way to do it, in the description, I have a link to a DPS calculator. You plug in all your stats, and then it gives you rough numbers. It's like the most important thing is not it'll give you exact numbers, but it will also give you rough estimates. That's not what I want. So yeah, so you go in there, plug in all your numbers. It'll give you rough estimates, but again, it's like when things have a chance to proc, it can't give you an exact answer. So it's all averages, but you can get pretty close. Like when you're comparing like two weapons, it'll give you numbers that are decent enough that you can use it to compare. That's what I do. You know, you're not gonna get exact numbers, but like the thing is, like with a lot of weapons, even if like you'd have to get them. If you're comparing refinements or you're comparing level ups, like it doesn't help if you're like, ooh, so I have a level 80 prototype archaic, and I want to see if level 80 Star Tome Star Silver is better. Well, it's not very beneficial to go and level one up and see what's better. So I just use a calculator, and it's like, all right, well, if they're close, you know, we can go from there. But if they're very far off, then it's like definitely not worth leveling up just to find out. Like, just plug it in a calculator. Which 4-star am I going to pick? It literally doesn't matter. I have them all C6. The team comp of Razor, Chi-Chi, Albedo, and Zhongli. Razor, I was going to ask, is it sufficient? I mean, yes, I'm just not crazy about Chi-Chi. I personally just don't like how Chi-Chi plays, especially on that team where you don't, like, your energy regen is not the greatest for her. But, I mean, people have been telling me I'm wrong about Chi-Chi and Diona, but I don't see it. I prefer Diona. But I mean, you're essentially running the team that I am right now, right? The difference is you're getting Superconduct versus Bennett's Burst, and for most people, Superconduct is probably going to be better because like you literally don't have to level up your cryo hero. It's always going to be, you can have a level 1 brand new cryo hero. They're always going to give 40% phys resist down. Whereas Bennett, you have to level up. So because my Bennett is... Oh, actually, did I switch weapons? Yeah, so because my Bennett's base attack is, like, really high, and... What did he? C1 with, like, talent level 10 or 11 or something. I outscale Superconduct with Bennett, so I play Bennett. He also helps my other heroes, so there's that. What main stats should I prioritize for Zhongli? Depends on how you're building them. Well, I'm actually gonna hesitate to answer that question until he gets released. Until we figure out which is better for him in terms of HP or attack. Because right now it's definitely better to just build attack. But once he starts scaling on HP, it'll be interesting to see whether or not it's like, if building him for attack, if there's going to be minimal loss in damage. Because if you can build him for HP, make his shield better, and not lose a ton of damage, it'll be better to build him for HP. But most likely, you're still going to want a Geo Cup and then a crit damage, or crit rate or crit damage circlet. It's just going to depend on what timepiece you're going to use. Hey, East Coast. I'm liking the East Coast. Well, I live on the East Coast, so I dig the East Coast. But thanks for chilling and watching the stream. Appreciate it. Used to use a team of... Yeah, but I switched official for Kaya. Is there any build you recommend? For Kaya, in terms of artifacts, I mean, Blizzard Strayer, like 2-piece, and then... Depends. He's kind of like... He's kind of like lacking. He's one of the heroes that doesn't have like a great support set. Like, you go with an Exile or Scholar 2-piece. I just don't like running 4-star artifacts. But it starts with 2-piece Blizzard Strayer. And then pretty much just put energy recharge, cryo damage, and then a crit stat. Really, that's like what a lot of heroes come out to being. When you're talking about like the stats you run on them, it's pretty much like, what is the main stat they scale off of? Put it on their timepiece. What's the main stat they do damage with? Put it on their cup. And then like, if you want more damage, especially like late game, you put crit rate on them, and then you call it a day. There are obviously exceptions to that rule, but that's how most heroes line up. But, yeah, you're pretty much just looking for him to get a bunch of energy recharge. So that way he can keep his burst up. Especially if you have him C2. Because you can basically keep it up 100% of the time if he has enough energy recharge and if you're killing things fast enough. $13K? Off of what? Wait, did I hit Razor? Razor hit 13K? That's pretty weak. Pretty lame. Inazuma when? Not for a long time, I don't think. I mean, the next region we're getting, I'm pretty sure, is... what was it? Chasm? I think it's called Chasm. And, I mean, it took 4 months for us to get our first region, so we'll see about the second one. What's my best team right now? That's a good question. Well, it probably has Razor, because my Razor's artifacts are really good. Actually, you know what? It's probably not. I mean, that's a really hard question to answer. Personally, like, this team right now is probably one of my most geared and leveled teams, or like team comps I could make. But honestly, the Ganyu and Mona comp, it doesn't even have to be leveled up. That thing just shreds enemies. Once I get that team leveled up and like actually get Mona artifacts, it's gonna be ridiculous. Tiago, Razor stats are in the description. Stats and the whole build. Yeah, 35. How much resin should I be spending in XP Leylands if I'm working to try and make 2 vital teams? I feel like I'm gonna hit a wall soon. Level up some forever. Well, I'm assuming. Well, I can't really assume anything, but I'm assuming that you're free to play. Well, I mean, you don't really have to level 2 whole, like, you don't have to level 2 teams up. So basically, what most people end up doing is you have your initial team of 4, and then out of those 4, like, whichever ones you've been leveling up, once you need to start working on a second team, for Abyss specifically, you end up, like, splitting your team into 2. So hopefully you have 2 carries, or units that can be played as carries. Because you really only need 2, like, your DPS units leveled up. Your supports can be fairly under-leveled. They're really just there for elements application, or to support your main hero in some way. Like, for example, if you're using a Razor, your Cryo here doesn't have to be leveled up at all. As long as you're not letting them take any hits, it doesn't really matter, as long as they apply Cryo. So then from there, you can kind of, as long as your carries are leveled up, you can kind of like, level up your supports. And then kind of go from there. Typically, like, the general rule is, like, level 60 is, like, your max for supports, because that's when they get their Ascension 4 passive. And then from there, you just start leveling up your carries and investing in them harder. You spent your crowns yet? No, I'm holding on to my crowns. I don't think the scaling is worth it without knowing further information about the crowns. Without knowing, like, how often we're going to get them, how many we're going to get, stuff like that. I want to hold on to them for as long as I can before, like... Because, like, I don't need to use them. My characters do more than enough damage. There's nothing... There's nothing in this game right now that I literally don't have enough damage for. Like, the levels that are hard for me to beat... are like 11-2, and everybody's having a problem with that, because, and it's not even because you don't have enough damage, it's because you can't control the thing that you need to protect, right? So, like, the tower, you have no way to defend that. It's just like, if it's taking damage, it's going to take damage. It's not like your hero, you can dodge everything and never take damage. That's why it's so hard. Like, you can CC everybody, of course. You can stop them from hitting it, but if they're, like, right up on it, you can't, like, it's very hard to control. So, in terms of that, like, yeah, that's why I'm not using crowns. I just don't think it's worth it. Awesome video. Oh, the Ganyu showcase. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. Keep an eye out for something similar coming up. Is no all good with Ganyu if you don't have Zhongli? No. Wait, if you don't have Zhongli, those two are very different. Oh, are you saying for, like, the Geores team? Either way, no. Noelle is, like, not a support character at all. She's basically a carry, and that's it. Like, if you're playing her, she's your DPS. So that being said, is Ganyu a decent support for her? No. Because pretty much all of Noelle's damage, if you're playing her right, is going to be Geo. And Cryo does nothing to boost Geo damage. What is C0, Mona, and Ganyu? It works perfectly. Literally, the combo is just their Ganyu's basic charge attack and Mona's burst. You don't need any constellation for it. Xenon, in response to your question, I'll give you an old. I'll let you take from that what you will. What set are you gonna farm for? I have no idea. I mean, she definitely needs a was it Heart of Depth She definitely needs at least 2-piece. Well, she needs 2-piece there. She's not getting a 4-piece. That's a waste on her. Beyond that, man, that's really the question, is what goes beyond that. Honestly, like honestly, I could just put like an exile set on her. Because I really don't use Mona that often, so just getting her that energy recharge could probably be good enough. You know, I hate using 4-star artifacts, but that may just be the way to go. What is that star that follows you? Oh, so this star is Albedo C2. So basically, as you deal damage, this star... Well, actually, I can show you right now. So as I put it down, so every time he gets a hit with his skill, he's going to go up 1. So now he's up to 2. Now he's up to 3. And basically, for every stack he has, when I use my burst, it'll increase the damage of the burst by however many indicators I have times 30%, equal 30% of his defense. So when it has 4 indicators, his burst deals an extra 120% based on his defense. Best double fill for Albedo and Nincomp. I'm not sure what that means, double fill. Razor, Ganyu, and Ning. Those are solid DPS units. So then from there... well, so Ganyu and Razor are probably going to go on the same team. And then you really got to figure out how you're going to build a team around Ningguang. So the easiest way, without investing too much, so I'm gonna have to kind of assume here, like, details about your account. Let's see. So the easiest way to give her an attack damage boost would be to use 2 Pyro Heroes. So your free ones are Amber and Zhongling. And then from there... well, you kind of need a healer. So, like, your other free-to-play healer is, like, Noelle. Though, I don't usually recommend Noelle. She's actually, like, kind of decent in the early game. The problem with Noelle is she just drops off real hard in the late game. So, you'd have to work on building, like, another healer. Or if you have Bennett, that's just, like, your other... So, you use, like, Bennett and Zhongling. But that's really, like, the best way to improve your Ningguang's damage. And it also is technically free. You don't have to put any resources in it for that extra 25% attack. Do you think Zhongli rerun? It's looking more and more like not. If they were, it would make sense for them to put it in the Kaching slot. So it's kind of looking like they're actually not going to do it, which I'm actually very surprised about. Yeah, because it's extremely likely that Hu Tao is going to be after Kaching. And by extremely likely, I mean there have been, let's say, news clippings that have been found on the ground that she's the last 2-week banner of 1.3. So... we'll see. I kind of wish they were. Not even for myself, just for everyone who didn't pull for Zhongli. It's kind of stupid that they're not doing that. But, you know, if they end up... let's say they keep with this format of doing a new banner every 2 weeks. That's a lot more potential of places they could put him. So there's still hope for people who don't have Zhongli. Or just want to get, like, further constellations on him. What is the best bow option for Ganyu support? Stringless? Favoni's Warbow. Depends. If you want her to like if you want to keep her burst up as much as possible, plus help your team out with burst upkeep, Favoni's Warbow. Favoni's Warbow. If you're just looking for damage, then yeah, Stringless. who'd be good supports for Noelle? Well, the best one is Albedo. The problem with Geo is just really expensive. I mean, if you're looking for a free-to-play option, like the Geo main character is actually like the best energy generator. So the problem with Noelle is that Noelle doesn't generate any energy by herself. That's also why she's a horrible support. So you need to have at least one, if not two, Geo characters that you can fuel energy into her. So the best energy generator is the main character, though he's not the best Geo support. Albedo would be next. Then I would put up Zhongli, and then Ningguang. And honestly, it's not awful having 3 Geo heroes. You can actually get away with it, and it's actually pretty decent because the other thing you have to take into account is that since all 3 of those, except for Noelle, are generating geoparticles, they're all going to get their bursts up much faster than if you didn't have 3. Especially Albedo. Albedo's really the glue. Like, if you're looking for a geo sport, you can't really go wrong with Albedo. He's just good everywhere. Sorry if I don't get you. Why is sacrificial bow not good for DPS? Why is sacrificial bow not good for DPS, Ganyu? Because a carry Ganyu doesn't need energy recharge, nor does she need an extra skill. So it's just like it doesn't help her DPS at all. Who do you use for your second DPS for Abyss? Like it changes all the time. Some of the teams I use, because like basically all my characters are leveled up. That's not what I want. I want to go here and here. So it's basically just like this bottom row that I never use. So it depends on like what I'm trying to go for. If I'm just trying to go for a solid clear, usually my first team will be some kind of Razor team, whether it's a Razor double Geo team or a Razor with a double Pyro team. And then from there, I have flexibility. So I could either have like Ganyu, Mona, Venti, and Diona. But if I'm going Diona, then I don't put Diona on my Razor team. I put Bennett there. I've also had a lot of fun playing Zhongli, Albedo, Fischl, Xingqiu. That one's super fun. Sometimes I just play like Noelle, Zhongli, Albedo, Bennett. If I do that, then I have like the Ganyu team because none of those overlap. So like sometimes I'll play like Child, Beto, Xingqiu, Fischl. So like I have a lot of options. It really just like the only time that I clear Abyss is like right at the beginning. Other than that, it's just like, am I going for gameplay footage? If I am, I can just fill out the second team with whatever I want. Think about Ganyu as sub DPS for Diluc. So I've actually heard that she's not great for Diluc. I don't see why. I would think she's pretty good. I just like I don't use Diluc that much, but so I think what it comes down to is that even though Melt gives him a 2x reaction, Xingqiu's application of Hydro is just better. It's just more targeted, and it happens a lot quicker and can keep up with his attacks. So I have a feeling that's why a lot of people are not recommending Ganyu with Diluc. But I think out of all your other options, she's probably the best. Do you recommend waiting for Ayaka or pulling Kaching? Completely depends on which gameplay you prefer and like how your account is built. Like, do you need a cryo hero or do you need an electro hero? But also I'm not really, I'm trying to get farther and farther away from saying like whether a character is worth wishing for, because there are so many variables when deciding that I have no idea about, because I have no idea about each individual person's account. and the fact that literally nothing about her is confirmed. So there's no way for me to tell you. They could nerf her into the ground. I have no idea. My team good. Razor, Chi-Chi, Xin Yan, Bennett. Yeah, that's basically one of the teams that I push for Razor. So yeah, I'm just not crazy about Chi-Chi. Gonna roll in the Ka-Ching? No, that'll be a banner that I skip because I already have her. I will most likely be rolling on whatever the weapon banner is, because I'm assuming that's when they're going to start releasing the Jade weapons, and the Jade weapons look disgustingly good. So we'll definitely be looking to get those. The only exception would be maybe the Catalyst, because I don't really use a lot of Catalyst characters, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, as far as the actual Ka-Ching banner, I won't be rolling on that. I already have everything I could possibly need from that banner. Unless they release a new 4-star. If there's a new 4-star on the banner, yes, we'll be rolling on it. Razor, Bennett, Zhongli, and Civ, Albedo. You have Amber. That's a big old yikes. Amber over Albedo. I mean, if you don't have Albedo, you do with what you got, but yikes. 1+2. How are we doing? Hope you're doing good tonight. Is it weird that I don't have a Geo team? Just Noelle, but ignored? No. Because honestly, until Albedo came out, man, Geo was so lacking. Geo was not... Albedo is what made Geo good, if I'm being honest. Geo's going to get a lot better when Zhongli gets buffed. And Zhongli, like... the only reason I really use Zhongli, and I'm going to be straight up with you guys here, is because he's C2. C2 Zhongli is absurd. Because you don't have to waste time making a shield. You literally just go. And he's done. He did his job. Like, that's literally all he does. If I'm feeling bored, he'll get some auto attacks in, but that's all I use him for. Is just drop a rock, make a shield, get him out. More guaranteed way. I've seen some potential stuff that they may be looking to fix that. I don't know how accurate it is, but there's potential. Some players I see using four cryo artifacts for Ganyu, but hits like a truck around 30k, most probably because of not a 4-star bow. Well, it's also because if you're using the 4 cryos, if you're using Blizzard Strayer as your 4-piece set, the thing is you don't have to build crit rate. So your crit stats aren't split. You can just go 100% into crit damage. Because she gets 5% naturally. She gets 20% on her charge attacks because of her first passive. They're probably using her with Cryo Resonance. That brings her up to 35%. The Cryo Blizzard Strayer is 55. Frozen Blizzard Strayer is 75. So you literally have 75% crit rate without having to build anything in your artifact. So you can just go 100% crit damage. That's why Ganyu can hit so hard. Is because she literally, like, completely mitigates one of her stats that you need to roll for. But yeah, a lot of them are... a lot of, like, the showcases are probably using 5-star bows. The 4-star bows can... they're good. But... yeah. 30k, I'll be honest with you, 30k is not even that high for her. You get a melt in there, you can easily hit 70. But using Jean with Ganyu, yeah, it's fine. Jean's pretty flexible. She doesn't have, like, a lot of strong synergy. She's just, like, solid everywhere. Gonna roll for Hu Tao, rolling for everybody. Is that really coming through? Yeah, I have to use this keyboard because I was having some issues for some reason. YouTube was freezing up when I used my wireless keyboard. I have no idea why. I thought it was a battery issue, and then I went and charged the batteries of my wireless keyboard, and it still did it. So, yeah, I'm kind of resigning to use my Razer. Well, I guess that fits the brand. Yeah, I'm using a Razer keyboard. Though I'm not crazy about it. Wait, did I already? Oh, okay, I did collect it. Spending primos on resin? Well, I mean, sorry. Like, I have all the characters. I don't need to. I mean, I buy resin, so it's not like I'm saving up resin. I mean, not resin, primos. I essentially buy resin. Same thing. It's for the attack buff. Wait, so do you have Albedo? You're just not playing him? Because, I mean, you don't get an attack boost from double Geo, but you get a damage boost, which is technically not as good. People think that it's better. Doesn't stack that way. Unless your attack is already insanely high, which, like, on this team with a Bennett burst might actually be the case. I haven't actually done those numbers yet, so I'll actually have to do that. But for the most part, it's better. Pyro res is just better than Geo res. And the fact that it's not limited. Like, you don't have restrictions on it. Well, yeah. So if you don't have Albedo, then I get that. Going for that Pyro res is fine. That can definitely be a limiting factor. If you don't have a hero, it's kind of hard to play a hero when you don't have them. That makes sense. Feels like I can't run a good Ning team. I mean, you can. You just run GOMC. And then like two pyro heroes. It's probably your best option. Razor damage is 6k with crit. What do you think is the problem? My guess is probably your artifacts. Or your weapon isn't leveled up, or your hero isn't leveled up, or all of the above. Like, if you're running around with level 1 art, like, so there's no context in that question. Like, you could be walking around with level 90 Razor and 90 Will's Gravestone, but if all your artifacts are level 1, like, that kind of answers your question. So my guess is that your Razor's just not built. You know, like, right now you're looking at your words. You know, you're looking at a Razor that's level 90 with a Refinement 3 90 Gravestone with all plus 20 artifacts that rolled fairly well. Like, so, but before you go and like compare your builds to any, like, your damage to anyone, make sure to check what the stats are of the characters that you're looking at. Oh, I missed. Like, my Razor build is in the description of every video that I put out, every live stream. It's always in there, because I see enough videos where they do showcases and they don't show you the stats, and it's like, well, that's not helpful in the slightest. Because then someone goes, well, how do I get those damage? And it's like, oh, you're using a Refinement 5 level 90 weapon with like 250% crit damage. That's how you're getting those numbers. Like, plus you used food, plus you used like broken ass weapons and combos, like they intentionally stack damage, all that kind of stuff. Fischl doesn't seem to... Dude, Fischl is insanely fun. I've only just started getting back into using Fischl. She's... I mean, it depends on what you think is fun, right? She's really good because she's an Electro Albedo. She literally just puts down Oz, gets off the field, and does a ton of Electro damage. Or if you want to use her as a carry, man, she attacks so fast. She does so much damage. If you build up her... If you build up her crit rate... she can hit really hard and really fast. She's just like a great combo enabler. Oh, well, that just missed everybody. How do you call a Mexican man that lost his car? I have no idea. I'm assuming there's a punchline here that I'm missing. I can't go that way. I'm using Razor for a while. Currently, yeah, is double electro super suboptimal, or do you think it's fine? Wait, why are you aiming for that team and taking Bennett off your team? So if your plan is to move Bennett to a different team, then I'm okay with that. Otherwise, like, Xingqiu doesn't really do anything for you. I mean, double Electro isn't necessarily, like... I mean, suboptimal compared to what? Are you talking suboptimal compared to, like, Pyro Resonance? Then, yes. The thing is that, like, Electro Resonance doesn't really do that much for your damage. Because, like... Razor can generate enough particles on his own to get his burst up. You need Electro Resonance. So, like, Fischl's really good for damage. It's just a matter of, like... It's a matter of what is your account capable of. Because you need 2 teams for Abyss. What is your account capable of? Can you move anything over? Or can you... Like, can you move her onto a different team to make, like, a Pyro Resonance for your Razor team or something like that? Could I replace Chi-Chi with? I don't remember what your build was. Chances are probably just Diona. I prefer Diona to Chi-Chi. Am I the only person? No, I think there's a lot of people waiting. I just hope he comes sooner rather than later. I was hoping that he was going to come in the Kaching slot or side by side with Zhao, but it looks like they're not doing that, which makes like no sense. So hopefully they bring him back soon. Showcase without stats literally just a flex. Agree, and it's actually pretty bad. Even if it's not in the video, if it's just in the description, there should definitely be some kind of disclaimer like what the stats are. Kind of proud that my Razor damage is pretty close to yours then. Battle Pass only. Hey, nice. That's all you need. Get one character real strong. That's all you need. Razor's a good one. Oh no! I'm glad you're getting good numbers with your Razor, because he is super fun. Now, these guys are worst case scenario if you don't have a Superconduct user. Because Bennett will never outscale Superconduct on Rune Guards. It's not possible. I tried in a calculator. I gave him stupid stats that he'll never get in-game, and it just does not work. Superconduct is too good compared to them. Oh my god, you guys, I gotta catch up. What happened? I'm slacking. That's what's happening. Do you run crit rate damage for your circlet on albedo or defense? I use defense percent. I have something to say crit. I wouldn't go by my albedo. I use defense circlet. But I use an attack timepiece just because my defense piece is busted. It's got 35% crit damage on it. So I kind of split hairs between attack and defense because I like the extra damage on his burst. Specifically for Abyss, it's not very good in open world, but if you're going for Abyss, it's pretty decent there. Hold up, I gotta catch up with you guys. First time seeing with me, 100 people? Oh shit, yeah, we got 102 people. Hey, thank you everyone for sticking around. Oh, dude, I didn't even hold up now. Y'all gotta tell me what you're drinking. Hydration check. You gotta stay hydrated. Make sure you're gaming at full and maximum potential. Stay hydrated. Keep you healthy. This is only your first time seeing with me without... Dude, it's so funny when people say that because I used to never wear a hat. Literally never. And then over the past year, I've been wearing a hat more. Sometimes I don't. I mean, I literally have it right next to me. I just decided I don't give a fuck today. Whatever. Why don't you use Diluc? Because I don't wanna. I got Diluc super late. I got Diluc on the Albedo banner, so I prefer Razor. I've been playing him for way longer. Diluc is overrated anyway. Here we go. For a Wolfdale weapon? Oh, wait, what's a Wolfdale? Hey, Star Silver is one of Razor's better weapons. I mean, he's kind of tied. All the 4-star weapons are pretty much tied. Just under a month? Oh, dude, you got plenty of time to figure out what you want to do then with teams. Yeah, for sure. Like, this is the time to just try out different heroes because, like, if you're in the beginning aspects of the game, like, you don't have to level up your heroes that much in order to max their, to match where they're at with your other heroes. So just give them a shot, figure out what you like, what you don't like. Obviously do a little bit of research in other places and just figure out what you like to play. At the end of the day, it's a PvE game, so play what you enjoy, right? There's no need to play like the best of the best. Just play what you like to play. Razor or Kaching physical build? You're asking a Razor main which one you should main? I think you know your answer there. So we're gonna do, is Superconduct absolutely necessary? It is not absolutely necessary. It is your best buff though. That being said, there is a point in which Bennett can outscale Superconduct, but it's fairly high. He needs a base attack of like 600-ish. But no, it's not necessary. Like I'm getting by just fine, but then again, you gotta also remember my build. It's kind of like is Melt necessary for Diluc? Ali Razor Man, sweet. Glad you like all the guides. Genshin and Pineapple? I missed something there, Josh. Genshin and Pineapple. Where did we get the pineapple from? What did I miss? There's got to be something I missed. I feel like Razor is really good with Chi-Chi, Bennett, and Geo Hydro support. Well, a single Geo or Hydro support, well, single Geo support doesn't really do anything for you. Single Hydro support, I mean, the only good one is Sync Cho, but it doesn't really do anything on that comp. And the problem with Chi-Chi is she just has no energy regeneration, and her heals are just way too overkill. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of synergy there. It feels like you have Razor, Bennett, and then fill 2 other heroes. Have I tried? Yes, I've tried wearing contact lenses before. My eyes are just too dry. I also have astigmatism, so they're like really not great for me. Well, Toaster, I like the way that you ask questions, but thank you for the subscription, man. Appreciate it. I will do my best to keep up the good work. It's the best part of my day, coming here and hanging out with you guys. Like, no joke. I know people probably say that, but I literally mean it. Like, I look forward to 5 o'clock so I can come chill. Because I don't want is the essence of this game. Exactly. When people ask me, like, why don't you do this? It's like, because I don't want to. Why do I have to play, like... Why do I have to play a character I don't want to play? You know? My Keqing is, like, level 10. But she's probably technically better in terms of DPS than Razor. But I don't care. I enjoy dropping rocks on people. And getting just like 35k crits. That's fine. That brings me enjoyment. So that's what I do. And that's what I hope everyone else does. Like, you know, I can give you information on like what the best synergies are and overall what's going to help a hero do the best damage. But at the end of the day, like, if you either don't have a hero or you don't want to play that hero, I can't, like, make you do those things. I can't make you roll for a hero. You take background? Nah, I just put it on a playlist. I just cycle through. I used to on Twitch, but it was more of a hassle than it was worth, quite honestly. Running Razor, Fischl, Kaya, and Barbara. I really need down to make it into... Oh, okay. I see what you're doing there. Yeah, Barbara's... I mean, she's good for like, beginner players because she's like one of the only healers that you get, but man, overall she's kind of junk. Oh my god, can I get a hit off please? Thank you. We might have to go to Leo after this because I'm sick and tired of this rain. Oh, that's right. I did. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I was like, what the hell are we talking about? Pineapples. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So, dude, sometimes... you guys will figure out I actually have a really bad memory. Like, man, I wish there was ways that I could improve my memory, because it's actually, like... It kind of upsets me sometimes that my memory's so bad. But yeah, I'll just, like, forget my own questions. Oops. Razor, Bennett, Venti, Barber. Is it a balanced team? It's a team I don't really like. I really don't like Venti with Razor because Razor's too short to hit all the enemies in Venti Cyclone. And I'm not... And you definitely don't need Barbara if you have Bennett. So overall, Razor, Bennett's fine. They can basically carry the world, but your other two... Technically, they're fine because you have a two-man team, but I would try to get someone else on there.
I'm hungry. Let's hunt.
What can you do to improve that team? Get rid of Noelle on that team. Noelle doesn't do anything for you on that team. Noelle is not a support unit. She's a carry. So you got to get a different, like, I mean, you technically have like a half healer in terms of Sing Cho. But you probably need like a dedicated healer, I'm guessing. Before I forget, someone had mentioned what was this build? The Zhongli and Albedo builds. Albedo just builds for defense. I use them with two-piece Petra and two-piece Noblesse. Both Zhongli and Albedo are built the same. Two-piece Petra, two-piece Noblesse. Albedo, mine is built like most people shouldn't build. It's a situation do as I say, not as I do. Just build them for defense and crit. And Zhongli is attack and crit. Razor's using Wolf's Gravestone. It's kind of a dirty weapon. Chi-Chi main DPS. I guess it's fine. I mean, I would be looking to get like official on that team. So that way you can get some superconducts. Wait, why is it? Oh, because I'm still looking at that Mondstadt. That's why. This poor boy. Yeah, honestly, like, there's a lot of teams I actually prefer to have Sucrose than Venti. Venti's damage is usually way higher than Sucrose. But especially if you're using like melee characters, man, Venti just takes them too high up. So if you're using a hero like Ganyu, yeah, it makes sense to use Venti. But for most of the time, I actually prefer to use Sucrose. Think Kaching is worth building Electro? No, when they're talking about how Electro is weak, they're talking about the Resonance. Electro Kaching is her better build. Prove your by not smoking so much weed. That that could be accurate, assuming that there was any weed that ever went into this body. Yeah. Razor Bennett, official Sucrose. Is that okay? I also have Albedo. I would prefer to have Albedo over Sucrose. Sucrose doesn't do a whole lot on the team. You get a little bit of CC, but overall, she's not really adding too much. Albedo's just going to add raw damage. Is running a Geo team with Razor fun? I like it, but the thing is, for a Geo team with Razor, you kind of have to have these two. So it's definitely expensive, like monetarily expensive. Because the other Geo heroes just don't do enough for Razor for them to be viable. So that's the downside. This fucker. But I also prefer it just because overall the heroes on this team are just more fun than his other comps. Like, technically on a dual pyro team, he would do more damage. Man, the thing is, other than Bennett, I really do not like the other pyro supports. Jinyan is real boring, and honestly, she doesn't provide enough in terms of, like, buffs for Razor. And Zhongling does nothing for buffs, except for being the second half of pyro. I also sometimes will switch out Bennett for Diona, which is also more than fine. Superconduct is basically the same as Bennett's Burst, but I mean, Zhongli and Albedo have become two of my favorite heroes, so I play them just because it's fun, not necessarily because it's optimal. But they also generate a ton of shields, and so that way I really don't have to worry about Razor dying, especially if I'm using Diona. Technically, Diona makes this team more consistent, because she also adds a shield. Bennett just, like, adds so much raw damage. It's just not even funny. I don't like playing Bennett with Razor. I find that Razor knockbacks the enemy or bosses move too much. Then you got to get better at positioning. With Razor, because he knocks people back, you just got to go to the outside of the ring and knock them back in. I think a C0 child is worth investing on. I've Ganyu, and I'm confused if I should focus on child or... Wait. Wait, I have Ganyu, and I'm confused if I should focus on child or Klee. I just feel like Klee at C0 deals more...
I'm hungry.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know where Ganyu came into that question. Yeah, C0 child is fine. I mean, no. C0 child is good. Overall, you got to figure out which hero you like to play more. Klee is technically one of the highest damage dealers in the game. The thing is, you have to take into account that in order for her to get those numbers, you have to like be action canceling and stuff like that, which I'm not even gonna mess with. I don't like her playstyle to begin with, but I'm definitely not messing with that. Improve memory by replacing gamer fuel with good old-fashioned water. Yeah, I do both. Like, see, well, this is gonna get dark, but serious statement. Dementia just kind of runs in my family. Memory issues in general just run in my family, so it's genetic. Kaya's best support for Razor? Disagree. Disagree. Yeah, that too. The fact that there's that 2x Geo does give you interruption like bonus or debuff, however you want to say that. It improves his resistance to interruption is also very good. Do you build Bennett with the most attack and HP you can get? Man, screw HP. You don't need HP. The only time I suggest building HP on Bennett is if you have him at C0. Because you need those big ticks in order to try and get above 70%. If you have him C1, man, just build him as a DPS. Build him for attack, pyro damage, and crit. Just get as much damage as you can out of him. Because you already got to get his attack up high. So you might as well just take advantage of it. Yeah, I always forget I can do this. Oh, they're right down. Sweet. Most where I want to be with my Ganyu. Just need a few tweaks. 55% crit, 178. Sweet. That's awesome. Ganyu's pretty fun. I'm warming up to her. I actually think her freeze comp is insanely fun. It just like rips through enemies like nothing. But good God, if you run against a cryo slime, you are just screwed. Man, that freeze comp cannot beat a cryo slime to save its life. Oh my God. Just got Ganyu, but I don't know which prototype I should get first. Crescent buff for Ganyu or the archaic for Razor. Do you have any other weapons for either? I would say overall, if you don't have weapons for either, it's probably better. Ooh. Well, if you're getting prototype archaic, I'm assuming you're using Ganyu as a carry. If that's the case, this is a lot of assumptions being made. If that's the case, I would say go with the prototype for Ganyu, because what is it? It's the 3-star weapon that has physical damage bonus. It's like Skyward. Is it Skyward something? I want to say Skyward Pride, but I know it's not Skyward Pride. Sky Rider Greatsword, I think. That one is actually pretty decent for a 3-star weapon for Razor. So if you can rock with that for a little bit until you get another prototype for Razor, that could be a solid option. Any recommendations for gaming laptop? I'm kind of honestly, Josh, I'm kind of not in the like the laptop realm. I could definitely help if you need some help with getting a PC. Because I mean, I've built quite a few computers. Well, quite a few is relative for me. I've built like 5 or 6. If you need it specifically, like because you need mobile, like a mobile laptop, I'm probably not a lot of help there, unfortunately. But yeah, let me know if like if it's literally because you need the mobility. I feel like it's a waste to level up. Like not farming for sale, everything will be replaced. It will be replaced, but keep in mind that 90% of the experience that you put into artifacts, DJ, is that 90% of the experience will be carried over to whatever you feed it into. Oh, no troll. I already got to you. Cool. What do you think of Zhao? I think he's decent. I'm not like super crazy about his playstyle, but I said the same thing about Ganyu, and I'm kind of lukewarm on her. But I think he's going to be strong. I just think his team comps are going to be very limited. He kind of has the same problem that Geo has, is that because he only has like one, I mean, he has one reaction in Swirl that he can do with all the other elements. But, man, basically he's going to be like, you have 0 space in your apartment? Well, I mean,
I keep watch.
so you can build a very small computer. Like, if you don't have a desk or space for a desk, I understand that, but you can literally build you can build in a computer in roughly the size of a shoebox. They make small cases, so if you are interested in that, we could be good to go if you have like space for that. But again, if mobility is like a big factor, you obviously want to go with a laptop. But whoever said it before is right. Most of the time, you'll get less performance per your dollar if you go with a laptop.
I'm hungry. Let's hunt.
So for Bennett's pro support, I still should build. I like it. I like going for damage. Yeah. I don't really have any need to build HP into him. It's just this game is based on attacking, not on defending. Despite character bias, which one do you think will be more viable? Venti Child, Jungling Bennett, or Venti Ganyu, Jungling Bennett? Probably the second one with Ganyu. What's your crit rate? 40, 160 is crit rate to crit damage. What is better, Snow Tome or Animus? I got an nope, don't go to that video. There was an issue with the DPS calculator. Check out the there's a video I put out like a week or 2 ago. It's like insane damage with Razor. I literally break down all 4 of the best 4-star claymores in that video. Oh no, I just got an attack crit damage flat defense feather. Hey, Fenrir, I'm giving you my love and support. Don't do that to yourself. I'm knocking on wood. You're gonna get a good feather. You're gonna get a good feather. I feel it. Serpent Spine Polygon good for Razor comp. Yes, if you're running a shield heavy comp. So if you're running this comp but putting Diona in the Bennett slot, it's actually like very good. Oh yeah, Sam, that's a good point too. You get a free Star Silver from the quest from doing Dragon Spine. So yeah, build a bow for Ganyu. That's actually another great point for building bow for Ganyu. How long did it take you to get good subsets? I have no idea. It was probably a little while. I didn't really start building out my Razor till maybe like, I don't know, maybe like a month and a half into the game. I don't know, because it's not like I intended to go about just straight build Razor. Razor was kind of the ones that I already had pieces for. I just kind of slid them onto them. So it's kind of hard to answer that question. But for the most part, excuse me, for the most part, when I set out to build a character, I mean, it honestly depends on the domain, because I get, like, terrible luck on some of them. But, like, for example, my Anemo characters, man, they just go so fast. It would probably take me, on average, 2 to 3 days full resin refreshes in a domain. To get artifacts that are good enough to put on a new character. But again, like, luck plays a huge factor in there. They're not going to be like perfect, but they're going to be pretty good that I can build them up and keep that until I get something better. Something that small could work, yeah. We could potentially do something there. Then, if you wanted to give that a shot, we could potentially work on something. My Albedo is a hybrid build. Not recommended, but it's just the artifacts I got dealt. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to pronounce this, huh? Is it Memite? Memite with just like some like Greek symbols in there or something? I appreciate it. Thank you. I do really appreciate that. I try, you know, with the time I have, I put what effort I can into them. And, you know, been getting a lot of good feedback. It really, like, it really does help keep you going. Even though I like what I do, like, having people on the other end who enjoy it just as much does really mean a lot. Peace out, broski. Oh man, that was our last refresh. That sucks. Got lucky, got Ganyu. So my team will have Ganyu, Chi-Chi, Jinyan, and Beidou. Who do you think I should go for main DPS? I mean, Ganyu's better. Well, Ganyu's definitely better as your main DPS. I'm just not crazy about the team. So if you can change up the team, you potentially got something there. I mean, the thing is, like, Ganyu just hits like a truck on her own. I feel like there'll be a lifesteal artifact set at some point. I feel like it could be cool. Probably won't be optimal on anyone. I mean, yeah, they probably could, but you're exactly right. It's like, would anyone go over that over additional damage? Nah. Not unless there was some other benefit. Because, like, that's, like, you got that on Black Sword, right? So I have a feeling they would probably implement other weapons like Black Sword before they implemented an artifact set like that. Suggest the Prototype Crescent? Prototype Crescent. Sacrificial Bow, I'm not crazy about on her. I think Dragon Spine Spear. It's going to be okay. It's not going to be one of his best, just because the passive isn't that great. But in terms of his prototypes... Oh, the thing is, like, you have Crescent Pike he has to deal with, too. Crescent Pike... depending on how Crescent Pike interacts with him, the Crescent Pike is probably just going to be better. Have you ever had experience with the customer service? The customer service with who? How long have I been in AR-55? A long time. A long time. It's been, I think it's been at least a month. Catch me on Twitch. All right, DJ. I'll catch you over on Twitch, man. Safe drive. God, it's going to be really sad when I look at how many Heroes Wits I have, and there's just, like, nothing. Alright, I actually don't like that spawn at all. So I'm going over here. Love my two teams. Hey, Sam, happy to hear it. When you got two teams lined up that you love to play, then the hard thing is, which team do you play? That's hard. What's the worst 5-star to pull in general? Well, if you ask me, I'm going to say Chi-Chi. I think in general, she's the worst 5-star you can pull. But I have a feeling that there's a lot of people who are going to say that I'm an idiot. Don't agree with me at all. But that's my opinion. And that's why it's great to have an opinion, because it's your own. Hey! That was just rude. Miss Bennett, you said he's pretty good. Bennett is a 5-star in disguise, potentially a 6-star in disguise. He's one of the best heroes you can build in this game. The damage boost he provides, or I should say just the attack boost he provides, is unparalleled in this game. It's absurd. Especially for him being a 4-star. Hey, have a good one, Zenon. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it. You're not an idiot. I agree with you. Alvin, thank you. It's not every day that you don't get called an idiot on the internet. I think, am I out? Yeah, I'm out. All right, let's look at the sad state of affairs that a whole day gets you. 150. That's not even halfway to level 90. Wow. It's halfway to 80. Wow, that's just garbage. That's literally like a full day's worth of resin. Refreshes and everything. She has too much heals. It's a bit overkill. Exactly. She has too much heals. Her burst costs 80, and she offers no energy generation. So it's just like, she's just not that great. You think after Zhongli buffs, people are going to complain about being busted? Yes, because if there's anything that I've learned, not necessarily being like a content creator on the internet, but just like looking at the internet for the past like 15 years, it's that people love to complain. There's nothing more that people like on the internet than complaining. And I'm saying people in general. Obviously, there are people who don't like to complain, but you guys know the internet is a place where people love to complain. I'm pretty sure I even made that comparison in what was it, in the video where I was talking about power creep for Ganyu. It's like people are complaining with Ganyu like, oh, there's power creep, she's too good, she's gonna break the game. But then on the flip side, you make a character that's not powerful enough in Zhongli, and people are like, oh, he sucks, he's so bad, why would MiHoYo release a character that's this bad? So there's literally like a space this big for 5-star power levels. If you don't make it in there, you're either garbage or too good. There's no winning. And the people that are complaining are the vast minority. They're just very loud. Made it all the way up to AR 49, almost 50 without having 2 settled teams, and I really only had my Raiders somewhat invested up until a week ago. Still managed to 9-star floor 9. Congratulations, Sam. Big achievements there. Hopefully you got some really sweet teams there for you. I blame Chi-Chi for stealing my C3 Chong. Ooh, yikes. I blame Chi-Chi for a lot. I have a C4 Chi-Chi. That pains me.
I'm hungry. Let's hunt.
Who are the books for? We're building up for Zhao. Zhao's coming next week, so we got to make sure we're all prepped for him. Unlike how I was prepared for Ganyu. I've already double-checked. I have all my elemental crystals and seeds for Zhao. The only problem is I'm going to have to figure out how to get those, what is it, the salts or the sands or whatever, because obviously I can't get his seeds yet because the boss I need to fight is not in the game. So I'll have to convert the hurricane seeds to whatever the seed is called. Gotta go now. Hey, Tachi. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the subscription. Have a good day. Why do you have normal wings on my characters? Because I don't care. Honestly, I don't on all my characters. I have them on Razor because I think they look the best on Razor out of all the other wings. But, like... Hang on. Let me get high enough. Albedo's got those wings. Bennett has those wings. Like, Ganyu has the Mondstadt wings. It's got to match their aesthetic. Razor just looks best with the black wings. How is Ganyu power creep if we need a powerhouse of every element? Ganyu's not power creep because you can't really have power, like, power creep, in order to have power creep, you'd have to have content. In the way that I define it, you would have to have content that requires you to have a certain hero in order to accomplish it. And as long as we have Enviosity clearing content with free-to-play characters, there's no power creep. As soon as he gets walled and can't complete content, then we have a problem. Should I change Barbara with Mona to make Venti more efficient? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, like, if you really want a Hydra unit, I just don't really see the benefit of putting a Hydra unit on the team. Hey, Agnic, every subscriber counts. So you saying it's not too much? It means a lot, man. Look, the metaphor is how many grains of sand make a pile, right? Is it 1, 2? You wouldn't say 10 grains of sand is a pile, but every single one matters. Day 1 Zhao Trobs, day 2 you haven't maxed. Day 2 you haven't maxed? Nah, Elk Noah. Day 1 we haven't maxed. Come on now. We're not gonna have another Ganyu day. He's gonna be maxed day 1. Now the question is, will I have a weapon for him maxed? And the answer to that is no. Because you need so many goddamn crystals. It's absurd. Especially for a 5-star weapons. For a 5-star weapon. It's harder to 90 a weapon than it is a character. Best 5-star to pull? Whichever one fits on your team. I mean, they all play so differently. There's no best 5-star. I mean, if you want to get, like, down with it, it's probably Venti. Venti is the most universal character that's going to make content easier. You can pretty much stick him on any team, and he's going to make content easier. Other 5-stars, you kind of got to, like, build around them. Taiwan. Power Creep already. Diona beats Chi-Chi. Not wrong. Not wrong. Favorite character other than Razor? Dude, that's such a hard question to answer. I gotta come up with, like, a solid answer. The problem is, like, Man, any question I get asked, and like I have a feeling a lot of people already have figured this out about me, is that I have a really hard time answering definitively. Some people are so good at just saying like, this is the answer, this is the one you get. I'm so bad at that. Like literally when people ask me what my favorite movie is, I say the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And they're like, nah, you got to pick one. I'm like, nope, I refuse. It's not happening. So if I could give you, I'll give you a couple. Jean's definitely up there. I love her design, and I love how flexible she is. Albedo is definitely up there, more so just in terms of, I don't know, just how versatile he is, I guess. And probably Bennett. I have a Bennett problem. I just put him on every team. I'm waiting for there to be a better pyro support so I can actually have a reason to not put Bennett on a team. Where am I going? I definitely just... Oh, I have to go here. Well, I guess I gotta teleport here. Do 5-star weapons take more crystals? Yeah. Character XP is the same, but weapons, depending on what level it is, take more crystals. Ganyu and Venti together? Yeah, those two are real good together. They are extremely powerful. Especially her burst with his burst is nuts. Things just die. They don't even have a chance to spawn in. They just, like, they're like, spawn? Oh, I'm dead. Oops. Only have Razor and Ganyu at level 80. The rest are level 60. Hey, that's the way to go. That's the way to go. Oh, wait, how many art? Ooh. It might be time. It might be time to start working on sports, getting them some decent artifacts. Because level 80, honestly, is like as high as you need to get your carries. I literally just got my Ganyu from 80 ascended to 90. Not worth it. She got like 20 extra attack, maybe. You watched AOT? I do. I haven't seen any of the new season yet, so I'm waiting for it to be like complete. So let's skip that. But I've seen every other season of Attack on Titan. Love it. I just hate watching week by week. I want to just binge it. Will Venti come back? Absolutely. Right now he's slated to come back in 1.4. But they kind of like screwed with their timeline a little bit. Because they added like now they're doing like 2 weeks. So we'll see when he comes out, but he'll definitely be coming back. It's just a matter of when. Do you believe that Razor falls off in the late game? No. Nope. Not at all. Wait. Where am I going? What the hell? Statue of the... Oh. Just like not reading the quest. Wait, so where do I put it? Huh? I'm so confused on this quest. Head Dragon's Mine, Statue of the Seven, and place. Do I have to like actually like interact with the statue? Huh? What am I missing here, guys? It's saying go down. I don't get it. Wait, what? I'd go down? Down where? Oh, that's dumb. Thank you. Never made it through a Lord without falling asleep. The Hobbit. I'm not even going to finish that statement. Elk Noah, I'm not even going to finish your statement. It doesn't deserve to be spoken. More false words have never been spoken. I'm ashamed. I am ashamed. I thought you were better than that. Why don't you use Skyward Pride instead of Wolf's Grave? Isn't it? No, not even close. Who said it was best in slot? Have you seen Wolf's Gravestone? Will Klee come back? Yeah. Klee is also scheduled to come back similar time as Venti. Sure, I have so much stuff saved up because I didn't want to have my teams all figured out. Now we go back. Yeah, see that is a great strategy that I don't think a lot of people actually do. They're like, oh, I got to get all my characters level up, so they work on one, and then they're like, oh, this hero doesn't work on my team. It's like, no, get like the characters you really like leveled up, and then slowly level up the others until you figure out who you need. 60 fragile. Oh my god, you are set. You're gonna have a ball and team once you actually start putting all those resources to work. That's the way to go. Just save up until you figure out who you actually want to level up. It's like Crescent Pike on steroids. No, it's not. No, it's not. Yes, you're right. It scales with this physical damage, but it's not better than Gravestone. First of all, you're losing a huge attack passive. You're losing the attack substat, the attack passive, and then the attack proc, which also increases the damage on all your other units. And it doesn't proc on every hit like Crescent Pike, so it's not like Crescent Pike on steroids. It's good, it's no Gravestone. And I also don't have a Skyward Pride, so it's kind of hard to use a Skyward Pride over Wolf's Gravestone if I don't have it. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Saved up 11k premiums for Zhao. Hey, Agnic, I'm rooting for you. Hopefully you get him. Let's pop all these in. Come on, Bennett. There we go. There we go. I actually have also fallen asleep through Lord of the Rings movies aside from the first one, but I've gone back to watch them many years after they came out. I mean, look, I would be lying if I said that I have also not slept through Lord of the Rings movies, because they are long. Especially if you watch the director's cut. It adds about an hour onto each of them. But yeah, they're just like, I don't know. I just haven't found a movie I enjoy better than those. They're just like, they're just so well done. They're just so well done. Pride is better for killing bosses. I also disagree there. Bad comparison, but I have R3 Pride with R1 Wolf's Gravestone. Are they the same level? Hey, Agnic, I thought you actually took off a while ago, but hey, man, have a good day. Or have a good night, actually. You said it's kind of late there. Yeah, have a good one. Peace out, man. Tay, how we doing? About the Battle Pass one time, and I saw the amount of resources it was giving me. Thought I could build every character in the game. Oh my god, didn't I do the same exact thing? You go in, you're like, oh my god, there's so much stuff here. I'm rich. And then you get a character like past 60, you're like, oh, I'm poor. Like, yeah. Oh my god, character. Oh, and we did that. Both level 90. Well, I mean, you got one refinement 3, but at the end of the day, I have not seen any proof that Pride is better. It's just like nobody has shown me any kind of proof that it's better, and I can't imagine that it is. Let's see, what are we doing? Should we raise our artifacts? They are in the description. You can take a look at them. Also swears by Skyward Pride. My guess, though, is that Skyward Pride is better on Jin Yen because Jin Yen needs energy recharge bad. She is not good with energy recharge. Razor is great on his own, so he doesn't need the energy recharge substat. Hey, Toaster, 3 a.m. Good God. Well, thanks for chilling as long as you did. It was fun. Get some sleep. So, everyone, that is actually a decent time. So we're going to be switching over to Twitch here. We're actually... I don't know, we're about at the same time. We're going to be switching over to Twitch. I'm going to throw a link down here for you guys. Twitch.tv/JazzE. We'll be heading over there for probably another, like, hour and a half. Even probably, actually, until, like, 9-ish, which is another, like, 2 hours. Basically doing the same thing. Same thing as always. I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break in between, like literally like 5 minutes, and then we're going to be hopping on Twitch. So if y'all want to come hang over there, much appreciated. If not, and you got to run, thanks for chilling out. Appreciate it. We'll be doing the same thing here Wednesday night around the same time, 5 p.m. Eastern. Sometimes a little bit late. Or it's not a little bit late. It's a little bit later, like 5:30. But thank you, everyone, for sticking around. We did just put out a new video today, a Ganyu team guide. It was like a reverse melt build. We'll have another video coming out Wednesday. Like I said, stream Wednesday too. But yeah, I think that's all the updates ahead. Cool. Thanks, guys. See you later. Have a good one.